Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's his next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Oh my goodness, Bitcoin, right? We went down, we went up first, and then we came back down and checked the 36.6 that we were always talking about, and went straight back up from it, and now we're headed to the 40,000. Does this mean that Bitcoin is going to finally break out and head to all-time highs? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. And if you want to trade it, you can do so at bybit.davincij15.com and femex.davincij15.com as well. Ooh-wee, man, Bitcoin's getting exciting. Altcoins, right? They're getting dragged along with them, but that's not the whole story, of course. We're going to talk about that as well. Oh boy, man, it's good times finally, man, because it was very depressing before. Now I'm happy to watch Bitcoin pump heavily and get out of the doldrums that it was in. And yeah, I did not see this coming, did not think it was going to happen, but here it is, right? We are on our way higher, most likely. I'm going to talk about that because we're still stuck in a range, but hey, you know what? There's a lot of power going upwards, and we're going to talk about how much power this thing has and what kind of legs it's got. Alrighty, well, I'm excited about this. I hope you are too. Make sure you watch all the way to the end, and make sure you subscribe to davincij15.com. Become a subscriber so you can watch this live and also see what I'm trading, what I'm buying, what cryptocurrencies I own, and how I'm doing with my portfolio. Okay, so now remember, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any money in the market. Alrighty, so here we have Bitcoin. Oh, it's knocking on the $40,000 door. Just knocking. Right now we're at 40,600, 41,000 actually. And so it's trying to get up to the 1.618, which is the golden ratio of this particular range level, this lower level range that it was in quite some time, between the bottom and the top of here, between 29,270 and $36,600. It was a battle, and once we broke from that 36.6, boom! It was like short squeeze because the shorts were not expecting that at all. That 36.6 looked like it was going to be a solid top that was not going to break, and yeah, it just blew through it like it wasn't even there. Heading down to the 4-hour on the charts, let's see that Bitcoin created like a little bit of came back down, got into a long, but I got stopped out before I can, and I didn't get a chance to reestablish a long because I wanted to reestablish a long in this zone. And I missed it because I was so busy. You wouldn't believe it, man. I ended up at a hotel that made the Bates Motel look like a cool getaway and a relaxing retreat. Okay, so anyways, we'll talk about that another time. So I missed yesterday's shows and I couldn't trade either, so I missed out on that. So anyways, we can see that we created another W here later on. And then boom, right, if we go, you can see the W a little bit clearer if we go down to the hourly. You could have easily taken these Ws, boom, you would have saw a major results. I saw this W2 as well on the charts, and I was like, damn, I wish I could trade this, man, because I didn't have the access to trade on my phone. I was just looking at the price action on my phone. I couldn't trade it, and I was just so in the middle of trying to resolve my issues with the hotel that I just couldn't do anything at the time. So anyways, we're a lot higher. It looks like this thing is going to go a lot higher. Let's see. If we were taking the trade of this W, let's see where this thing is going to take us on this breakout W, the bigger one that we have. So if you traded this, what you would have done, again, is go from here, taking this all the way down to the last level here. There we go. And then doing a 1-to-1 ratio, because that's where it's going to, that's the target. You can see it's right at the golden ratio. Yeah, right at the golden ratio, I bet you. Yeah, there you go. Right at the golden ratio. That's not coincidence. that's where we're headed. And you can see you could have just moved this down so that it would have been a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio that, yeah, you never saw. You never got any much heat on that 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So there it is. There it is. Easy. That would have been an easy peasy win. And you're almost there, of course, right? Not quite, but you're almost there. It's probably going to take us there, and then maybe a little bit beyond. But I think there's going to be a little bit of resistance, giving you a chance to, and probably consolidation, giving you a chance to look for an entry on the hourlies or the lower time frames of 15 minutes or so. So look for that and see if we can jump in on a trade. Right now, I'm just going to hold, not going to make any trade decisions until the market gives me some sort of opportunity to do so, to get in. Heading over to Ethereum, we can see we breached above that level, the breakout level, and like normal, every single time it breaches the breakout level, Ethereum loves to dump back at you. Heavy. And so we create, the good thing is, this gives you, this huge W gives you a chance to like really jump in on a massive move trade here, because again, we can take this, you can see where the target for this, let's just draw the target. Right now, you see the breakout level was at 2,398 approximately. And so if we were to draw this down to here, which is the $1,700 level, we're moving it down. We're drawing from the 2,398 or 2,400, really, 2,400. We're going to the $1,700 or $1,700 level. And then I'm going to move this line all the way to the top, where the bottom will be at the point of the $2,400 level, and the top will give us the actual target for Ethereum in the next little while, which is good because, man, remember, we were looking at $500 possible Ethereum if we broke down. We did not. And so we're talking here, this new target, now that we're like we flipped the script, the new target is $3,135. Woo-wee! So look to get into a trade on that one and profit, because that's coming with Ethereum in a very short while. I don't see any much more. I don't see an additional pullbacks, but Ethereum can be very nasty that way. So make sure that you set your stops. Maybe you set your stops at the last turn here, which you can see the turn is, you can see it was in the resistance area of $2,133 was the bottom of the resistance, and then boom, we switched directions. So now that's actually, that resistance is now support actually, so that's not self-support. So it's holding its support at the $2,133 nicely. So I'm happy about that support. Wow, this thing is absolutely amazing. There is divergences, on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So be careful. Do not jump in a long trade too willy-nilly. I would hold for a little bit of an additional pullback before you actually jump into trades, because you can see there are divergences on the 4-hour now, and on the you can see on the RSI here. Let me just bring it up. The RSI, let me just show it to you. So for those who don't know what divergences are, you can see the RSI, this is unconfirmed divergence. So doesn't mean that, this bearish divergence means that we're going down. No, it does not. It just means that there's a possibility that things are not as shiny and rosy as they seem to be. Price seems telling you that they are. And you can see the indicators are going down. Same with on the MACD. Not so much the volume divergence, so that's also good. but there's no volume divergence actually at all. But you can see prices going up whilst, you know, the indicators are all going down, even the MACD. So yeah, I would hold off before you see any, before you take any action on Bitcoin in the long sense. And you know, if you want to hunt for shorts, be my guest. Might be a chance for you to roll back. Just make sure you set your stops tightly, and make sure you make stops that make sense. Okay. Looking at the dominance, it's unfortunate we didn't go the other way. It just means that although you can see a lot of the crypto has been pumping heavily in dollar value, dollar terms, they just haven't been, you know, going up as fast in Bitcoin terms, and thus you can see the dominance in overall is continuing to rise, and it's headed straight for the 52 percentile in the next little while. We're probably going to touch base with the 200 period moving average on this dominance, and then we'll start to see what kind of what it's going to do, because the 38.2, if it resolves to the upside, we're going to see more of bearishness in the altcoins. But if it resolves to the downside, yeah, we'll head back down and probably be back in the 45 percentile range in no time flat. We just have to wait and see. I have to wait for this to come up all the way there. You see it's blasting up there, so it's going to make it. So that probably means that Bitcoin is probably going to go a lot higher in the next little while. So that, even though we might reverse here shortly, this reversal will only be short-lived, and we'll probably try again and head higher in on Bitcoin. So make sure that you look for a reversal before you go jumping into any kind of longs, because that will give you the position of strength that you need to be in when you're trading. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to be doing a news section, news that you can use after this. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I know I did. I'm glad to be here. And yeah, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.